I'm Dawn McCullough with Magic 107.9. Thank you again for being here this evening. We appreciate it very much. Want to tell you just a little bit about Mr. Barrett Baber. He's an Arkansas native, which makes him extra special to our hearts. And more importantly, he grew up singing right, like a lot of great singers across the world. They started out singing in church, and I'm telling you, when you start out singing in church and stuff, it gives you flavors and values and the energy to want to do anything and everything, and nothing seems impossible. So he started in East Arkansas near some of the most soulful and fertile grounds for musicians in the country. Literally, his inspiration for singing and creating music happened for frequent visits to Memphis, Tennessee, and only a few miles from his hometown in Marion, Arkansas. Beale Street and the corners of downtown Memphis, his first exposure to the street performers and artists steeped in the blues, rhythm and blues, country, and rock. Now, all of these real-life experiences gave Barrett the influences and inspiration that shines through his music today with his unique, very soulful style of singing, and his country soul slant on songwriting also gives Barrett a very recognizable sound and an authentic homegrown identity. Barrett is performing to growing audiences and bigger stages. He continues to reach new fans nationwide. Want to remind you that he is the writer and the performer of the Razorback Game Day KNWA TV theme song. I'm sure you've heard that. He's had over 2 million Facebook views of the Razorback Game Day video that he did, and he is the winner of the 2014 CBS Grammy Gig of a Lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Barrett Baber.
How y'all doing tonight? It's gonna be here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Plastic hotel room key and a cigarette ashtray. My mementos of my love life's gone. Girl, just sitting there that way, but you know I had to be getting home. Oh, if I had the chance, I think I would give you one more dance. Oh, my sweet Caroline, I wish that I could hold you. Take a way from you, change his heart. Oh, my sweet Caroline. Catholic schoolgirls walking home and seem a lifetime away. We go down to Midtown Market to buy our beer. Fake IDs and broken promises would put us in our place. Things aren't always as they seem to appear. Oh, if I could only see right now just what you do to me. Oh, my sweet Caroline, I wish that I could hold you one more time. Take a way from you, change his heart. Oh, my sweet Caroline. Oh, the prom dress that you wore the night you were not with me, sequins beautiful on that hotel room floor. It's what you wanted from a boy a man could never be, but I've never really tried this high before. this hard. Oh, I've never tried this hard. Oh, I've never tried this hard before. Oh, my sweet Caroline, I wish that I could hold you one more time. Take a river, you changes heart of mine. Oh, my sweet Caroline, oh, my sweet Caroline. Hey, thanks so much. Thank you.
Well, music has always been a huge part of my life. My dad was a Southern Baptist minister, growing up over in Eastern Arkansas, and so I was going to be at church no matter what, and so I kind of was of the mindset that if I want to be there, I might as well be participating and doing something that I really liked. And so, from a really early age, I was always involved in church music, and that sort of pushed me down a path of music and musical performance. So it all kind of started in a church house, and then from there I learned how to play guitar when I got to college, and right away started to write songs, and wasn't too long after I learned how to play guitar that I figured I could make a little bit of money playing my guitar. So up until a month ago, I had a day job. I was teaching at Fayetteville High School, working all day, and then writing my songs at night and doing music. But just so many things have happened as far as different songs, original music that I'm trying to get cut, licensing, that my wife and I sort of looked at each other and said, hey, like, if there's no better time than now to chase this dream. And I tell my kids, when I taught at the high school, I used to tell them all the time, man, go for it. Like, do things that people don't expect. Like, take risks. Like, when risks aren't risks when they pay off, And so I decided not long after the second semester started that this is what I was going to have to go for. And so yeah, my life consists now of waking up, getting my kids ready for school, and then sitting down with the guitar and writing songs and figuring out how best to support my family through this gift that I have.
This song about the summertime. It's called Summertime Lovin'. I hope you like it. She was 19, I was just now 20, giving me love in oh so plenty, making my toes curl up each and every Saturday night. Summer heat made us both straight crazy. She was my sweetheart, I was her baby. Hard to forget that summertime when it made me feel alright. Give me that summertime loving, set my mind in soul at ease. That old summertime loving, well, it brings me to my knees. We loved just when the summer had faded. I thought about trying, but we knew we had to fake it. Cause everybody knows when the summertime goes, or where the love goes to. Find out now for the whiskey and passion, looking so good in your birthday fashion. Feels so right to take a big old bite of that summertime brew. Give me that summertime loving, set my mind in soul at ease. That old summertime loving, well, it brings me to my knees. He's there, got that summer, yielded lover songs I sang. But I never found another like my first somebody. Give me that summertime loving, send my mind in soul at ease. That old summertime summertime loving when it brings me to my knees. In that summertime loving, set my mind there so that that old summertime loving when it brings me to my knees. So it brings me, said it brings me to my knees. It brings me, said it brings me to my Give me that summertime loving, set my mind in solidly. That old summertime loving, when it brings me to my knees. Said it brings me to my knees. Said it brings me to my knees. Hey! Thank you. Thanks so much. I'm glad you're here, man. I live here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, so it's always awesome to be back home and playing my guitar for people that know how awesome this place is that we call home. So I spent a lot of time on the road, and I'll talk to you about that some more later, but I got a new EP out, and it's for sale over here. My friend Elliot Wood's going to sell you some of those if you'd like one of those. But I spend a lot of time writing songs and just trying to make this thing happen, trying to make music happen, and doing it from right here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Not living in Nashville, not living in LA, but like doing it here and making it here, and then trying to export that out to the masses. So I get by on a dream, this dream that I got to be a songwriter and to be a performing artist, and I get by on some beers too. This song's on my new record. It's called 6 Beers in a Dream. I hope you like it. Broken strings and no guitars, running through life like a beat up car. I'm still running, but barely hanging on. I'm okay with who I am. I'm the son of a better man. Say that don't you worry about life, just play your songs, boy. Oh, I may never shine bright like the stars, but tonight I'm happy holding down this bar. It won't be one, I'm just having fun. I'm playing my songs for everyone. 2 and 3, you know me, I might got a little new song, somebody begin. Oh, I got me feeling good for sure. Everybody's up dancing, asking for one more. 5 and I can take on anything. I'm getting by tonight on 6 beers and a drink. One day I figured out I don't need to try to outcool the crowd. Working what I got the best I can. Not betting it up on a better life. Got it all right here. I'm running hot tonight. I'm holding all I want right in my hands. Whoa, so here's this on stage and burn down lights. Hold those drinks up high with me tonight. Oh, we're one, I'm just having fun. I'm playing my songs for everyone. 2 and 3, you know me. I might put a little new song, somebody make me. Oh, I got me feeling good for sure. Everybody's up dancing, asking for one more. 5 and I can take on anything. I'm getting by tonight on 6 beers and a drink. Oh, I may never see my name in lights, but I'm doing what I love right here tonight. Won't be one, I'm just having fun. I'm playing my songs for for everyone. 2 and 3, yeah, you know me. I'm gonna cut a little loose on the Bobby McGee. Oh, I got me needed, good for sure. Everybody's up dancing for one more. 5 and 9 can take on anything, yeah. Getting by tonight on 6 beers and a drink. 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 Thanks. Thanks a lot. This is a song called 6 Beers and a Dream. It's on my new record. Yeah. This next song is a song I wrote after I spent an evening out on Dixon Street trying to meet a girl. It didn't work out so well. So I went home alone that night. But yeah, it's about that, and about it's on my last record, Battlefield Us, that you can check out tonight or on iTunes. I hope you dig it. It's called Battlefield. I'm sorry, it's called Guys Like Me. She's got perfect hair, perfect skin, and perfect hard body to wear it all in. And she wants the right guy to compliment her smile. She's damn sure gonna get with me if she has to lie. She'll want his daddy to be rich, and mama was a beauty queen. Forget about love, give me by anything. She's so cool, driving on fancy car. She's no fool, she never buys her own drinks at the bar. Or pour me up boys with nowhere right. She don't see, she ain't into guys like me. But my mom was just a teacher, and dad's an old drunk. And most girls' parents seem to think that I'm a punk. I don't make much money, and I wear beat-up clothes. And if I'll ever be famous, well, God only knows, 'cause you want it. It's full of diamonds, fast cars, and food. Something wrong with me, or is something wrong with her? She's so cool, driving a fancy car. She's no fool, she never buys her own drinks at the bar. Or pour beat up boys with nowhere line. She don't see, she ain't into guys like me. Well, I'm okay with who I am. She needs a little peace. I know she's not into me, but do I really want her to be? 'Cause I'm cool, I'm living my life on the road. 'Cause I choose whatever way I want to go. I'll put it up, boy, try to look out to see the world. Yes, I'm not into girls like her. Ooh, girls
biggest challenge in being a musician is just sort of figuring out your place and finding where you do your thing the best. Not necessarily geographically, but more in a genre or in how you write songs and how you do those songs live. It's always a challenge because your tastes are going to change. I certainly am into different types of music now than I was when I first started writing songs and started to perform out. So it's always a challenge to sort of reinvent yourself and make sure that you're doing music that you can be proud of, but also that you're really into at the same time. And so for me, I've kind of settled into this soulful country songwriting kind of vibe, and so that's where I am now. And it's always a challenge to walk that road, find a journey, and be on that journey, and then also be creative while you're sitting in the pocket of something that you can do really well.
This next song is on my Battlefield Us record over here, and on iTunes. Check it out if you like. It's called Roll.
Back to you.
Another day gone, I catch myself thinking about you and what might have been. Thank you. Thank you, Fayetteville. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, so it's been summertime. Like yesterday, I was in my car and I was thinking about this gig, driving around town, and it said like, I don't know, it said like 99 or something crazy like that. And I thought, oh boy, that's going to be a doozy. I played a bunch of outdoor shows and I played a bunch of hot outdoor shows. But I thought this might take the cake. But luckily, we got a reprieve from Mother Nature. The one thing I cannot control, I can control what songs I write and how much we practice and what our set list is. But like Mother Nature, I can't control. And thank goodness she's ready to rock tonight. So this song about the summertime, it's on my new EP called Falling Again. You can get it over here on iTunes, and I hope you will. But I hope you dig this song. It's called Something About the Summertime. Something about sitting teens, trying to hold on to feeling that wearing it out like them old blue jeans, living in that one song. Following a melody, whining with the road, she was leaning into me. The little world is all you really need, and someday those days will be gone. Sitting on moonbeam, summertime, sweet love in her eyes, dancing like a firefly. Yeah, we got a heat buzz coming on, fire still burning strong. Gonna take it into the night. When the stars are gonna sing a song written in that sky. Something about the summertime. I remember the magic we call. Some of that gold dust you don't shake off. I still roll down to the secret little spot where we left our innocent dreams. Sitting on moonbeam, summertime, sweet love in her eyes, dancing like a firefly. Yeah, we got a heat buzz coming on, fire still burning strong. Gonna take it into the night. The stars are gonna sing a song written in that sky. Something about the summertime. It don't matter where you're going, life just happens in the moment. Sitting on moonbeam, summertime, sweet love in her eyes, dancing like a firefly. Yeah, we got a good buzz coming on, fire still burning strong. Wanna take it into the night. The stars are gonna sing a song written in that sky. Something about the summertime. Something about the summertime. Something about the summer. Something about the summer. Thank you. That's Aaron Shower on the BGVs over there. You heard him. You heard him first here. For sure. You know, we live in a really special place. Like, there's not a lot of towns that do this kind of thing. And the ones that do are the ones where people try to move so they can do this kind of thing. And so I'm super grateful that I live here in a place called Fayetteville, Arkansas, where this kind of thing happens, and I'm even more grateful to be one of the people that they select to do that kind of thing. And so I've been to a bunch of Gulley Park shows, and I always used to say to myself, man, I'd like to play that show someday, and here we are. So thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you to the weather for being awesome. We also live in a great state, the state of Arkansas, and which has a ton of great talent and great musical talent, and that includes a girl named Ashley McBride, who you should check out. She plays here all the time. She plays in Fayetteville at a place called JJ's and some other spots, and you should check her out next time you get a chance. But she's one of my co-writers, and we write a lot of songs together, and this is one of them. It's the very first song we ever wrote together. It's called Ebbs and Flows over there. Easy to walk away right now. Easy not to turn this thing around. But I'm lost without you, so I will see us through. I'm not afraid to ride it out. Check it out. So baby, just hold on to me. Hang on tightly. When love stops and nobody knows, it is still inside me. This life so brightly. It's just the ebb and the flow. Nobody said that love was easy. If they did, it would lie. Sometimes your loving makes me happy. Sometimes it makes me want to cry. But I'm asking you to hold on to me. Hang on tightly. When love stops and nobody knows, it is still inside me. This life so brightly. It's just the ebb and the flow. Play some more together. Maybe this makes me some kind of fool, but I'd rather have curtains with you. So just hold on to me, hang on tightly. When love stops and nobody knows, still inside me. This life so brightly. It's just the ebb and the flow. Baby, just hold on to me. Hang on tightly. When love stops, don't nobody know. Still inside me. This love so brightly. Just the ebb and the flow. It's just the ebb and the flow. It's just the ebb and the flow. Hey, thank you. Thanks a lot. I wrote that song with a girl named Ashley McBride. She's from a place in Arkansas over by the Spring River near Hardy. Mammoth Springs is the name of it.
When I was a freshman in college and I first started writing songs, I kind of came into school with a more of a like an alternative rock background, growing up in the mid to late '90s, and then of course being near Memphis, Tennessee, kind of had been shaped by a lot of R&B and blues, and so when I learned how to play guitar and realized that there was something I could do, and that I could create something from that. I got into an artist named Edwin McCain, who had like one real big hit, like his biggest hit was a song called I'll Be Your Crying Shoulder. And it still gets played all the time on like adult contemporary stations. And my roommate was into him big time, and he said, man, you gotta listen to this guy's record. So he gave me a CD, I popped it in. And that's kind of when I realized, wow, there's this genre that exists, this singer-songwriter thing that's acoustic driven, and very hooky, well-written songs, and that's a place where I'd like to exist. And not long after that is when the very first John Mayer record came out in the early 2000s, and I got it and realized, wow, now not only does this place exist, but there's a huge amount of people that respond to this kind of music. And so that's why I really fell in love with songwriting and performance with an acoustic-driven sound, and since then have sort of that sort of opened my eyes to what country music is, in that like most of the tunes, especially the older country music, that isn't all about trucks and tailgates and coolers and whatnot, is very well written, like melodically strong songs that they sort of produce in a country way. And so that's what opened my eyes to that country music might be a place where I can live too.
So I'm a songwriter. I feel like I'm kind of a songwriter before I am anything else, because if you don't have a good song, then you can play whatever you want to play, and people won't respond to it. And so I get the opportunity to write with some cool people, and I've had a really big year, a big couple years. Honestly, it's straggling into 2 years now, where I've done some cool things. I got to play at the Grammy gig of a lifetime, and that's because of people like you. And I won the Song of Arkansas contest, and I got to write a song for the Razorbacks that plays on the Jumbotron. So if you're at the game this fall and you see my big ugly face on the Jumbotron, that's, hey man, I saw that guy at Gulley Park. And naturally as a human being, and I think really as an artistic person, I kind of start thinking about, all right, so like good things are going really well right now. When are things going to start going bad, right? So that's kind of how we live life. A lot of us live life. Things start going well, and we start asking the question, all right, when do we start to flame out? And so one way that I write a lot of songs is I come up with song titles. And I was sitting in my house one day, not long after the Grammy gig, and I started asking myself, man, I wonder when my flame is going to burn all the way out, because I felt like it was burning kind of bright at the moment, and it still is. And I had a writing session with a guy named John Dooley, who's a local musician here, and we came up with this title and this idea. It started out like this. Said I feel like I'm close to getting mine. I'm putting polish on a rock, trying to make it shine. I think I might have it all figured out, but I hope that burning bright ain't burning out. Hope that burning bright ain't burning out. Another day, another song, another drink, another town. Looking up with an eye on falling down. Dead speed ahead, the perfect song in tow. Like an air-grade flame, just trying to light a room alone. Said I feel like I'm close to getting mine, putting polish on a rock, trying to make it shine. Think I might have it all figured out. So I hope that burning bright ain't burning out. Hope that
Every day just trying to make it rhymes too rich. Red wine, callous heart and callous fingertips. Hope floats on the river of almost chance. Just a two-step game playing life's cans and cans. Saying I feel like I'm close to getting mine. Putting polish on the rock, trying to make it shine. Think I might have it out here. So I hope it's burning bright, ain't burning out. Hope it's burning bright, ain't burning out. Turn it off, turn it loose, turn it down. Look up, life's gone before you turn around. How long can I shine without burning out? I don't wanna burn out. Said I feel like I'm close to getting mine. Putting polish on a rock, I'm trying to make it shine. Think I might have it all figured out. So I hope that burning bright ain't burning out. Hope that burning bright ain't burn, burn, burn out. Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna burn it. I don't wanna burn it. Thanks. Song called Burning Out. You guys are being so great. Thank you so much for being here at Gulley Park. Wow. What a great night. What a great night this has turned out to be. It's been my pleasure so far. This next song is on my new record called Fallen Again. You can check it out over here or on iTunes or wherever you like. I'd love for you to have it. It'd be like my honor for you to put that in your car on your way home tonight. But is anybody, any of you ladies out there drinking wine? I see some people with cups in their hands. Here's to you. Oh, I hear you too. I wrote this song with my friend Kenny Lamb, who's my producer and manager. Great guy, great songwriter, and another guy named Chris Rowe. We were sitting around a fire right next to Beaver Lake. And just like I told you earlier, I kind of come up with a lot of my ideas through song titles. And so I got this huge list of song titles in my phone. And kind of like the standard thing, the kind of standard Nashville thing is like when you sit in a room with someone who's a songwriter, they ask you, like the first question that gets asked is, yo, man, you got any cool titles? And so, as usual, this songwriting session next to Beaver Lake around a fire happened that way. You know, Chris asked me, hey, man, you got any cool titles? And so I pulled out my phone and I started scrolling through, and there was this title that I really liked. It was called Tipsy on Wine. And I thought, oh, man, that's a great song. That's going to be perfect. And I said, man, what do you think? And he said, yeah, man, it's all right, which is like Nashville code for, I'm not a big fan. So I started scrolling through my titles some more and looking to see what else I had. And there it was again, Tipsy on Wine. I'd like independently put Tipsy on Wine in my title list twice. And I said, yo, man, it's there twice, dude. It's there twice. We got to write this song. And so we did. It's on my record, and it turned out pretty good. I hope you like it. It's called Tipsy on Wine. touch and her eyes, they start to smile. She laughs that little laugh I hadn't heard in a while. When it's just her and I, and she's tipsy on wine, we start to dance. Stars are all spinning, making romance. I pull her closer, we're moving in time. There's something special about her tonight. You know I don't mind when my baby gets tipsy on loose, but boy, it's something when she moves. She starts swaying, singing her song. The bottle that we've been saving is just about gone. When it's just her and I, and she's tipsy on start today. Stars are all spinning, making romance. I pull her closer, we're moving in time. There's something special about her tonight. You know I don't mind when my tipsy on tipsy on wine. She's tipsy on wine. She's tipsy on wine. She's tipsy on
So it's been a great year for me. I've done some cool stuff. I got to go to the Grammys and play a Grammy show with these guys, and then won the Song of Arkansas contest. And man, I got to tell you, as a kid who grew up here in Arkansas, it's like a dream come true for me to have like the state song of Arkansas. I know like Waylon Holyfield's got his song, and that's great. It's a great tune. But at the end of the day, like, when you're the state song of Arkansas and you're playing a show like this and you get to play it for Arkansas people, it's really special. And so, you know, I won the Grammy Gig of a Lifetime because people voted for me. They got on their phones and they got on their devices and voted for me. And the reason why, I'm telling you right now, and this will come into play here in the next 6 months of my life, I guarantee you, but the reason why I did so well in that contest, I was going up against bands that were from LA and from Houston and from bigger states with lots more people. But I'm telling you right now, the reason why that I did what I did in the Grammy Gig of a Lifetime is because I live in a place called Arkansas, and people from Arkansas love when someone else from Arkansas is doing something rad. And so when I wrote the song for the Department of Tourism contest, I had that idea in my head, and so me and my co-writer Kenny Lamb came up with this great idea for a song, and that like if you got a dream for what your life should be, it can happen from right here in Arkansas, and I'm living proof of that, and I'm going to continue to try to be living proof of that because I love this place so much, and I especially love this town so much. This song that won the contest for me is called Arkansas, get there from here. See that muddy river, she's rolling down that eastern border, she winds. Ozark Mountain Mama is calling, crossing red dirt through the rivers and pines. See the old mother knew the song welcome to you. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, and it's saying, don't forget it goes southeast or west. You can stay with us a while, keep your heart rising here. You can dream it, you can get there from here. If you're headed north, southeast, or west, you can steal it a while. Keep your horizons here. If you can dream it, you can get that far. Yeah, yeah, let's say it. Dream it, you can get that far. Yeah, yeah, let's say it. Dream it, you can get that far. Yeah, yeah, let's say it. Dream it, you can get that far. A-R-K-A-N-S-A-S. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Fayetteville. So I got some cool band members up here with me. This is like an all-star Fayetteville band right here. So all these guys live right here in Northwest Arkansas. On guitar tonight is TJ Scarlett. Everybody give it up for TJ Scarlett. On bass tonight from the band Boom Kinetic is Greg Guillat from Little Rock, Arkansas. On keys tonight from Fort Smith, Arkansas is Aaron Schauer. And from Tampico, Mexico, on drums tonight is Miguel Gamboa Jr. Give it up for Miguel.
I've been really fortunate to play a ton of shows over the past 10, 15 years, you know, and I think what is lost on a lot of people is that they'll see these big moments in an artist's life where he gets to play Gulley Park or where he gets to play, you know, open for Joe Nichols in front of 12 or 15,000 people, or he gets to play in LA at, you know, at the Nokia Theater. And it's really easy to breeze past all of the $200, you know, 4-hour shows at restaurants and at little dive bars where it was just me and the wait staff. Obviously, playing at the Nokia Theater in front of 3,000 or 4,000 people in Los Angeles during Grammy week was an incredible experience for me, and one that I'll always remember. And then even, you know, more recently when I did get to open for Joe Nichols down in Fort Smith and be in front of a huge crowd on a great night. An outdoor show that was just packed, you know, at the front of the stage, all the way back, and know that I was walking out to a group of people that had never heard of me before, and it was an opportunity to make great fans, and it was amazing to see. that conversion from who's this guy to, hey, this guy's all right, to, wow, we love this guy. Yeah. And it's a challenge when you get that kind of thing, a show like that. But those were a couple of some of my greatest musical moments as far as playing out live.
Man, I'm glad you're here. We got a few more songs for you, and I'm so pumped about playing tonight and playing this show. I hope you'll check out one of my records over here at my merch table, or at least after the show, come over and say hi, and follow me on Facebook, and check me out on Twitter, and all those cool things that we do to stay connected nowadays, because I got some cool things coming up the rest of this year, and I hope you'll jump on the Baber bus with me. I got a lot of people on the Baber bus, but I got room for you, I promise. So I played my guitar in a lot of places. And one thing I've noticed is that there's beautiful people no matter where I go. And so I wrote a song about that. I got a T-shirt over here that says it, but I hope you'll check it out. This song's called Local Honey. Playing my song. Every place that I stop, I got something going on. From Little Rock to Memphis, from Nashville, Tennessee, they all move a little different, but it's all good to me. They got their own kind of sugar and it tastes so sweet. That home on the bed. Every city has its treasures waiting to be found. No matter what your pleasure, just to take a look around. There's something about them hometown girls, that local honey valley is all around the world. They got their own kind of sugar and it tastes so sweet. That home on the bed is all you need. You can't keep on daydreaming about the girls on TV and their money, but they ain't nothing like that local honey. Whether they say, I love local honey, I love local honey. Whether the fellas say, I love local honey, I love local honey. They got their own kind of sugar and it tastes so sweet. That home on the bed is all you need. You can't keep on daydreaming about them girls on TV and their money, but they ain't nothing like that local honey. That local honey. That local honey. That local honey. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Fayetteville. Yeah, man, you guys have been great. It's been a great night. Thanks so much for hanging out. We got a few more songs for you, and I'm proud to play them for you. This is a song off my new record that I hope you'll check out. I'm really proud of this one. I cut most of it in Nashville and worked really hard for about a year putting it together. And really the only reason that it came together was because I won the Grammy Gig of a Lifetime and had some cool things happen. So I hope you'll check out the result of that. This song's called Feeling That Way. I've been loving you, baby, for so long. That don't mean we stop dancing, playing the same old song. Remember all the first times before we let the wheels go on. Oh, it's been a long time since then, but I'm feeling that way again. Said I'm feeling that way again. No, I'm feeling that way. I wanted to feel for a long time. Some kind of love and we gave it a good old. Hearts were coming, the fire was open, so there's nothing that we left behind. We still can feel your soul shine. Just need a little love and time. And I'll be feeling that way again. And I'll be feeling that way again. Oh, I'm feeling that way. I wanted to feel for a long time. She kind of love and bring it on. Keep on dancing to the music. Give me it all. We don't never have to lose it. We don't never have to lose it. We don't never have to lose it. Oh, I'm feeling that way again. Said I'm feeling that way again. Oh, I'm feeling that way. I wanted to feel for a long time. Hey, thank you. Thanks a lot. Woo, what a fun night, man. So I used to teach at a place called Fayetteville High School, and I was proud to be a teacher there. Hello, children. I hear you out there. You should be good. The summer's coming to an end. But I'm real proud to have taught at Fayetteville High School and served my community in that way. But, you know, I used to stand in front of my kids all the time and tell them, man, go for it. Like, take risks. Do something crazy with your life, you know. Chase the thing that everyone fails at chasing. And so it came a time late in the school year where I looked at myself and said, man, I'm preaching to these kids to chase a dream and go after something really special. And if I don't do it myself, then I'd be a fraud. And so I no longer teach at Fayetteville High School because I'm a professional musician now and professional songwriter. Thank you. Which is why it's so important that you go buy something from my merch table tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I got to put diapers on these kids. But, you know, I spend a lot of time away from the people that I love the most in this life, and that is my wife and my son Brooks and my daughter Elliot, and have spent a good amount of time away from those people. And a lot of times, those times end up in lonely hotel rooms, and so as a songwriter, I always write about what I feel, and a lot of times I feel really lonely, and I miss my family a lot, and that's what this song is about. That's on my record, Battlefield Us. It's called the song is called Quarter to Four. I hope you like it. Traveling blues. If I could sleep, that's what I do. But it's quarter to four, and I'm thinking of you, the views that they gave. Like a waste, 'cause even if they did face me, all I dream about your face. I'd give anything to have you here in this room, but it's quarter to four. Play that guitar, boy. Sky turns bright now, but my soul is dark. White lines and high now, oh, they get me through one more. But I know what's waiting, 'cause I ain't no quarter to four, and I'll be thinking of you. Quarter to four, I'll be thinking of you. It's quarter to four. I be thinking of you. Thank you. My wife, my kids, are they still up?
When I first started to write songs, I would never write unless I was inspired by something. A movie, another song, something that happened to me. A lot of time, most of the time, it was a girl. But Now, as a sort of a songwriter who's doing this professionally, who's seeking to get cuts by other artists, I've really gotten very diligent about writing as much as I possibly can, whether I feel like writing or not. And so I view it as almost any other activity that you do, be it sports or golf or fishing. It's like the more that you do it, the more experience you get, the better you get at it. One of the things that I do is I keep a huge list of titles in my phone that have nothing written on them, just titles. And that's one of the old hat songwriter tricks in the book. If there's anybody who wants to be a songwriter, if you're not keeping a list of titles, then you're not doing it right. And a lot of times I'll base an entire song just off the hook, one line, one phrase. That's how I came up with Drop Dead Redhead, which is a song that's given me a lot of success. That's how almost every single writing session starts. Man, you got any cool titles? And the answer is always yes, because everyone has cool titles. And we'll start looking through each other's lists, and next thing you know, oh man, I like that, and somebody will start singing gibberish, and off you go. It's like taking a road trip in that you don't have, if you don't have an ending point, then it's hard to know where to go. When the song is performed, it'll have this verse that sets up this big moment in a chorus. At least that's how it is in country music and a lot of pop music. So it's always good to sort of have a place in mind where I want to end. Hey, I know I'm trying to get to this one line that sort of ties it all up with a bow, and I need to say all these things before I say that line. So that's why it always has been the easiest thing for me to do, is to start with kind of a hook, a title, something at the end of the chorus, the catchiest part of the tune, and then sort of build the house around that. That's sort of that is the foundation of a great song, is a great hook.
My kids don't get to see me play very often, so this is really rad. Like, wow, you really do leave the house with your guitar and do something that's kind of rad. And not all shows are as rad as this one, I promise. So I won this contest called the Grammy Gig of a Lifetime, and it's because I live in Arkansas, and I've already told you about that, and I won with 1.6 million votes. And let me tell you why. It's because people in this town decided, hey, this guy that lives in Fayetteville is going to try to do something cool, and we're going to get behind him. And so thank you. Thank you. If you helped me win that contest, thank you. If you didn't, jump on board the train, because we got a lot more coming. This song is called Drop Dead Redhead. She was in so much. My name is Barrett Baber. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. See you.